Prepare for battle.
The next level play.
The next level play.
The game isn't that forgiving right now. The decent stuff. Probably Chaos Knight's the only.
Thank you.
30 seconds to battle.
Prepare for a lesson.
The battle begins.
L5? Well, that's a good start. KP is going to TP back to lane, perfect, healthy. So with that start, they don't really need to try and go for that first blood. Yeah, they're just be a little bit careful about getting run down out of position.
Dire's courier has been killed.
Especially early on, right? It's 27-second cooldown, so it's always going to be a little bit difficult. Yeah, I don't mind it, and I wonder what Tim's is going to start ferrying out.
Prepare for a lesson.
Clarities, he's just got the one coming out right now, but that's the slight issue that I see with this, is that eventually when you are mass with Shadow Poison, DJ and Raven are going to magic stick by then, and you're going to have, you've got a smallish mana pool as the Shadow, right? So you're not going to be able to use the Shadow Poison. Armel did say prepare for a lesson at the very start before they lost all 4 bounty runes, so if he's feeling it, I mean, based off that game 1, you would have to see.
The scientist.
That's for sure. They just need to be able to get into the mid game. I mean, Gabbi, Febby, he's doing a good job of making sure that if possible, funneling as much experience into Gabbi as he can. Once Gabbi starts to get a few of those items, eventually, deal with that Phoenix, it's going to be way too tough.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
It's got the chains too. Five stacks on Moon. 6. Level 2 though, that's the one. 7 stacks? Ooh.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Shining.
Radiant are
Bubble
scanning.
from the void.
That's fine. Don't have to go for something like the Soul Ring. Trolling around, making sure that... A lot of that attention that Febby drew for, yes, he ended up dying, but doesn't really care because, again, Gabbi is just having a fine time up here. He's a little behind the tide in experience, but he's gonna... I can go with...
Bounty. Prepare for a lesson.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Going for that build where you go into the Vlads instead, so beef up is as much as possible.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Being able to stay in on the front lines, use the club, not really going to care all that much about.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
The siege creep.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
It's just far away to actually.
Dire's bottom tower is under
Ton of
attack.
damage they probably weren't expecting. Teams with this style that TNC have to get a lot of stacks. It does mean that you eventually leave someone like kpii on his
Dire's
own
bottom
and
tower has
jump by
fallen.
Fnatic to realize that. And 3-man rotation gets them a kill and the tower. So small adjustments here that are starting to pay off.
This one was always mine.
That is the other luxury, though, that you have with the Ember Spirit. But yes, there's been a few bottles being taken from both sides, but Armel always free. Base, come straight through. With the bottle totally refilled. Though now we've got 10 seconds or so until the 8-minute bounty, 8-minute power runes. Both of the support TNC around that top area. Probably test, but Jabz is there. Fight. It's just a question of what are they going to prioritize. Stacks, as they always seem to do. They're in perfect position to be able to do so. Or is it more of a case of, look, I feel like with a bottle just being refilled, you don't really need power rune, and without the siege creep coming for another 2.5 minutes, you're not really all that concerned about losing tier 1. I feel like they're probably just going to give up these power runes, get the stacks up. You've got the maxed out flame guards or the Deucer to take the stacks, and Jabz just to realize, you know, the scouting mission going. Oh, they're going to get only 1 stack. Gets the illusion anyway.
Dire's top tower is under
Armel.
is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's top tower is under attack.
And you've just got a tide, right? Like, he is very easy. Dax, so. Prioritization, they might have wanted to get it a little bigger if they could, but... Sunray and the Ravage.
Is under attack.
It's coming.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
The next label play. The next label play.
A lot of TPs committed though from not a top fan of. The other thing is before Raven made a rotation through that mid lane to try and get it, put him a bit, but despite that he's doing just fine right now.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Can't fault him. Not, although he's just head on back, straight to lane, keep it pushed down tower, go back, keep the farm up. Great use of the. He just expired the map, but he just placed them
Dire's
inside.
top tower is under attack.
New treasures.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
It's the courier. He's trying to get the D-ward off.
Radiant structures are fortified. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's courier has been killed.
Oh. Tower.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Yeah, they know.
Of course. No one will see the true danger.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And just other little things as well. The God's Rebuke taking out the courier before it was able to make its way to Moon as well. So that's 1,000 gold that they're essentially missing out on as he goes that first item ags. Important as well, making sure that he can get in onto the backlines, get the silence up onto not just one, which you might be able to do with a Shadow Demon for Orchid, for pick Shadow Demon on the bench. He needs to make sure he's catching both. I think maybe the first time he looks to engage, they might be caught by surprise by it, but beyond then, Febby and Tims are going to make sure that they are both on the backlines, but split up enough that
Radiant are scanning.
You two, follow me!
the itemization. The Aether Lands. His priority is saving. Yes, you can do. Yes, you can farm them up yourself. Gold at the end of the day. In as much as possible, and you can also see the Ember Spirit halfway, or more than halfway actually, towards his Maelstrom. Once he hits that level 12 mark, picks up the Javelin, completes that Maelstrom, things are going to become a lot easier. Which is why I really like the fact that Fnatic were attempting that rotation. PL can try and join them. He was farming in the same neighborhood. So prior to that being a big factor, and he's getting played as well. Around the 15-minute mark is when we see things really start to.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Speaking of Gabbi, as trying to make the move in onto him, look at his quick buy. Do you think he's feeling that confident super early on, going for the rapier third item?
Dire
Spotted.
are scanning.
So that's how it is. This is why they call me the Hidden Ones.
This is the difference from the last game. Tell that Fnatic are the ones that are trying to make things happen now. Got their timings. Fine yet, but got a hero like the Shadow Demon.
Radiant's bottom tower
Shadow
is
Poison
under
out.
attack.
So this bottom lane, they're not all that
Dire's
concerned
top
about it. It's
tower
actually
is under
Fnatic that
attack.
probably need to rotate back. And if they don't, they're just.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Teach. Prepare for a lesson. Gold for me.
It's a little costly, but I think it's all just about funneling farm into Gabbi. Just hit onto his level 12. He got his Manta finished up. Curry was right there at the secret shop to be able to deliver it to him. So I think as soon as it's revived, he's way very, very close to see some sort of. Even with the medallion, it's taken them a little while. I feel like TNC probably know what they're doing here, especially with Febby just going on that smoke walk, a couple of deep wards down in between towers as well as above the plot. But it seems like they're confident enough that, look, we don't quite have the amount of farm that we want just yet to be able to take that sort of fight. We're confident with our late game potential, with that Maelstrom now being able to deal well, and I think KP has enough for that
Dire's
to
middle tower is under attack. Roshan
even with the 2
fallen
lives,
to the Radiant.
they should be feeling pretty.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower has fallen. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
Yeah, I mean, he's got the BKB queued up next, which
Dire's top tower
took
is under
the
attack.
top, although double here for the void screen unless he uses those. He does.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top tower has fallen.
Raven took the top tier 2 though. He's doing his job. He's creating a ton of space. He's getting a lot of fun himself and really not getting the attention that he deserves. Even putting pressure there onto Armel, forcing him having to play on the back foot. Not
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
lots of
Dire's
good
middle
items.
tower is under attack.
Getting that growth speed as well as the range. I mentioned beat it is just outrange. Maybe he's dead. Look, just let me go. Keeping him alive, and I don't think that Fnatic were trying to do the invade again onto the ancient camp right before Gabbi took it. I don't think they would have been able to finish that off if Febby wasn't just standing nearby with that Vengeance Aura. So really nice from him once more.
Radiant's top tower is under
Starting to
attack.
become a little bit scary. Obviously going for the Mithril Hammer. Just the farming potential, not all that concerned about just living right now.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Here's my delight.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
No? On Tim's. They're still chasing. And as well, Moon, perfect that game. Obviously, picking up the DD helps with matters, but going in onto the back
Dire's
lines,
middle
making sure the
tower
Shadow
is
Demon
under
was
attack.
silenced. No way to stop the constant aggression coming. Fnatic. It seems like a much more well thought out game plan. Couple of times now, Armel being caught out means that Maelstrom not able to. Well, it just feels like that's the strategy every single
Dire's
time.
middle tower is
Finish
under
off this
attack.
Ember Spirit, and then there's nothing to deal with these PL
Dire's
illusions.
middle tower has fallen.
I mean, the thing is with him, he's having to find all of his farm in super risky places. He's probably going to get gone on again, by the way. Really nice Remnant.
This one is you cannot escape that.
Oh, what a Nova.
Triple kill!
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's courier has been killed.
To restore
Dire's structures are fortified.
Yes, Midas, and now in true DJ fashion, he's got the Midas. The Pos 5 has the Midas. Yes, it's not an ogre, but
under attack.
I mean, they're feeling themselves a little bit here. I have to highlight Moon. He is playing fantastic Dota this time around. Even just in that fight, getting the 3-man silences constantly, that early timing on the Ag Scepter really starting to pay dividends, and he's nearly finishing off. Is that his BKB that he's got waiting to come to him? No, he's got a Deso actually, so just get that burst damage through before those saves are able to become a factor.
Monster kill.
Blinks in. All the ravage. Another supernova.
The next label play.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
I mean, they got the Deso. They can start taking these towers. They're going in though. They're realizing they're pretty weak. Yeah, great Dota coming in through from them. A little too clumped up by TNC, I have to say. Just feels like they're getting caught by these multi-man Ravagers, these multi-man AoE silences coming from Void Spirit, and I don't want to call it sloppy because they were so disciplined in game number 1, but maybe just taking their foot a tiny bit off the pedal considering how game in the series.
New treasures.
Look at them. Look at they just doppelgang into the base. Oh,
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
They have to smoke. Not with the Solar Crest, not with the Desolator. Well, I kind of memed about it a little bit earlier, but might need that Rapier on the Deucer if you're going to be able to turn this one around.
Fallen to the Radiant.
Mortality.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
I'm never surprised Jabz at this one. He has just been so good for so long. This tower's gonna melt.
Dire's top tower is fallen. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Febby's in trouble.
nothing outside
Space created.
Dire's top barracks, Dire's top barracks has fallen. Dire's top barracks has fallen.
So much damage, but still.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Swapping it. Oh, the Shadow Amulet. Oh, Febby, what are you doing?
This fight is over.
Yeah, normally when you see the Shadow Amulet on the C server, it's a very different thing,
Dire's
but
middle tower is under
they're just
attack.
playing really well on both sides, to be honest. To be able to survive for this long with the dominance that they've been able to show from Fnatic is credit to TNC, but I just think it's going to be way too much
Dire's
for them.
middle tower
No
is under
BKB,
attack.
no Stone Gaze for the next 30 seconds, and they just feel so much more. Let's go, baby! Oh, they gone for the pickup. Unexpected damage. They caught. Gotta blink.
another step.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Fnatic.
Spicy.
Victory.
That's what we like to see from Fnatic. Not just rolling over and dying, you know, as a quick 2-0. We were convinced by the draft coming through from TNC, you know, the lack of catch, but just in the